So one of the qualities of the New Testament of Jesus in relationship with Judaism is the fact that everything became interior, not exterior rule, but now from the heart. That's one of the aspects of Christianity, the interiority of life. And that's what Jesus is highlighting now. Take care of your heart, your intentions. Not only don't hit or attack somebody exteriorly, but don't judge him. So everything is now elevated. He's expecting purity of intentions. He's expecting purity of heart. So humanly impossible. That's it. Impossible. But then comes the incredible, also impossible gift of His mercy. That's why the more we contemplate the excess of mercy of God, the more we start believing that it's possible to be holy in His sight. Being holy in His sight means being mercified, being washed every day, every single day by grace, by sacraments, by prayer, being purified. And that's why we need to believe the craziness of the sacraments, of the incarnation, of the coming to dwell in you in every sacrament. All of that. Why? Because humanly it's impossible, and Jesus came to bring the impossible true. Well, so today we're celebrating Saint Scholastica, the sister of Saint Benedict. They lived in the 6th century. Benedict, the patron of Europe, of Christianity, of the Christian Europe, because he founded monasteries and was the patriarch of the monasteries, a system, a way of monastic life that kept Christianity safe in the time of invasions and a lot of paganism in it. But he kept the treasures of faith and the understanding of faith and reason as well, the philosophy and the theology, but all under a very true spiritual life. And that flourished in a multiplication of convents and monasteries all around Europe with this healthy spiritual understanding of life. That's very important. Scholastica, when she knew she was about to die, the great story that we have about her is when she was about to die, around the year 543, it is said, that she invited her brother Benedict to come and visit her because she knew it was near. So they passed the whole day in conversation about spiritual things, conversation on heavenly things, that was. So when night approached, Benedict said, I have to leave right now with my monks back to my monastery in Nursia. I have been there. It's a blessing. In the middle of the rocks, in the middle of it's incredible. The mountains, you see this little monastery stuck in the cliff. Beautiful. And so he said, bye-bye, I have to go back. But that's the rule of the monastery, and I'm the founder. I have to give example. And she said, no, you're not leaving. You have to stay with me. Stay with me. This conversation is so beautiful. She was not telling him that she was like, I'm close to death, because he was so resistant to that, she bowed her head and started praying. And immediately a whole storm came out of and it was pouring so that you cannot step out of the monastery. It was like so intense, the lightning, the storms, the rain. So they decided to pass. They stayed the whole night till dawn talking about spiritual things. Then so the message is the love, what St. Gregory tells about, because he's the one that records everything. He says what the love could do. She could do more because of her love for him, the affection he has for him and for God. When Benedict and his people came back to the monastery, 3 days afterwards, they saw the soul of Scholastica rising up to heaven in the form of a dove. That's the story. What can we take? The importance of the siblings, of the blood relationship we have, of the family relationship we have, but not staying in it, but driving our relationships into the spiritual. So important, so beautiful. And then the beauty of contemplating the heavenly things among ourselves, like conversation about spiritual realities. And spiritual realities are also like created realities, like can be out of nature, but everything with the light of Christ. How important it is for each one of us. Saint Scholastica, help us, pray for us, please.